So we've got this blue-black historic deck, I guess you could call it. It's got a lot of historic things in it. The card quality in this deck is mostly reasonable. We've got a couple suspect things in that Artificer's Assistant here is maybe not fantastic. We'll see if this card is worth its slot. And then Traxos, the Scourge of Kroog, is another card that's potentially suspect, but the average card quality of the rest of the things that are going on here seems pretty reasonable. So let's jump into some games, see how maybe some of the more suspect cards feel. I took your Griselbrand list to a small tournament by LGS after going 4-1 in 5 rounds. I accidentally killed myself. Had to first game of top 8. It was hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna play some more of the Land Destruction deck up next after this one. The deck was really sweet on Saturday night, and someone added it back in. This is gonna be our first time on the front page. We'll see what that does for numbers. Adanto Vanguard. This hand might be okay against an aggro deck. We've got double the 1/1s for 1, like, might be reasonable chump blockers here. I'm gonna give him a little love tap. Thanks, Rava. Yeah, we paid 2 for you, bird. You best be worth it. Yikes. Looking forward to drawing Ritual of Soot, huh? What am I looking for at this point? I'm not actually sure. Is it just Karns? I feel like Karn might be what we're looking for. I'm gonna attack for 2 here. Whoa. That's a big boy. So I'm gonna do this. I think. So this would be a 7/7. But it enters tapped and doesn't untap until we play a historic spell. So playing Karn next turn would untap Traxos. The opponent's deck doesn't likely have reach in it. They could have something weird like sleep. I think the play to win line is do this into Karn next turn. I'm actually looking for, maybe I should have kept that swamp. I should have kept the, I'm looking for a land here. Yeah, untapped land is great. And I think I'm actually going to, I'm gonna attack with one of these. I'm gonna cash in the other as a chump blocker and not quite go too low. Because they had something like give all their creatures, if they have the instant speed card that gives their creatures +1/+1 with City's Blessing, we could die here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cash this in as a gain 4. What's going on, gamer? And then next turn I can go land, Karn, untap the Traxos, make a Karn token. Opponents get ready for the next set, huh? Pride of Conquerors, yeah, that's the one. And even if they had a counterspell for this, the Traxos would still untap here, so that's like still a pseudo win for us.
Until you have lived as a statue, do not allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
This is probably going to be like a proactive Karn game. So like, we'll cast down the Venerated Loxodon, we can block one of the Vanguards, and then we can like down tick this Karn, play another Karn, make another thing. Wow, they're just passing. That's really good for us. Let's blast that one. This game should get locked up real quick once we put a bunch of Karn Structs into play. This card tramples too, that's great. So I get to kill this, I'll make a Karn Struct, I'll attack for 7, and then I'll play another Karn to untap this. When we have a lot of historic spells, this card basically has pseudo-vigilance, which seems really good for us. Wonder if they have a Spell Pierce here. Look at that, the mods are beating me to it. God bless mods. Yeah, the key to making a card like this playable is like you need to do your best to surround it with a bunch of other cards that are otherwise playable. So like if there's enough historic cards to enable this that are just like cards that are good enough to play on their own, that's basically what you want to look for. They have like Seal Away, we'd get punished here. Drawing another cast down here is quite fantastic as well. Oh, you know what? I should have attacked with this too, right? Just could have gotten a free point in. Happy belated birthday. Congrats on Tempo Storm. Thank you, Yachidi. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a crazy next couple days. It's gonna be a crazy year. Should be exciting.
Let us begin.
Mono Karn Structs.
Evil cannot withstand the righteous army.
Evil cannot withstand the righteous army. Sure. Marshall. Alright, so they're playing like white aggro. Do I bring in Ritual of Soot, even though they showed us a bunch of Adanto Vanguards? Eldest Reborn is Morning Anner. Did I miss you? I did in fact make another rotation around the sun. The choices we make define who we are. What's going on, Arcanian? Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. New house, new huge sponsor, new set. I'm still just here. I'm still just me. What's going on, Marty? This seems fine. Yeah, Phyrexian Scripture is an interesting consideration. Oh, you know what? Fountain of Renewal is probably worth playing against the aggressive deck, right? This one's probably worth bringing in. Helps us stabilize a little bit. Trim a couple of Powerstone Shards. Trim a couple of Thought Erasures. If you take out the bird, we riot. The bird's actually kind of okay here, because like trading that kind of early seems fine. Yes, we are into CM. All the stuff came through at the bank. We do the final walkthrough and sign the papers Thursday morning. So I'm gonna be off all day Thursday. So we're doing the walkthrough, signing the papers, and we're gonna start moving some stuff over on Thursday, and then I think we're doing we're gonna like get the bulk of our stuff moved over the weekend. Should stream the walkthrough. Josu with shards doesn't really make sense. I think I disagree with that. I think this is actually a matchup that shows why Josu is reasonable, because I think there's a number of matchups in Standard where Josu as a 4/5 for 4 is like very reasonable. Gotta call the fiber company today. Thanks, Red Life. I gotta call the fiber company today and find out if I can have internet set up this weekend, because if they don't have internet set up there, I can't move my workstation there, because if we don't have internet, I can't work, obviously. Curious Obsession. Okay. Okay. Glad I have this cast down. Going. Nice, Duke. Once you play a bunch of Arena, you'll probably change your tune on the whole mostly paper player thing. Arena's really good. All right, so how do I want to sequence here? So I have a couple of choices. I could go Artificer's Assistant into Treasure Map, and that gets me a scry. I could play Treasure Map, activate Treasure Map. That gets me a scry, and it puts a counter on the Treasure Map. But I probably don't want to scry the next turn with the Treasure Map, because I kind of want to curve Traxos into Josu. So I think I'm just going to get the Artificer Assistant going, so that way when I play Traxos and play Josu, those get me scries as well. Schnookums, thanks for the 4-month resub there on the Prime. Thanks for the congrats. Good morning and welcome. Morning, Rycat. Yeah, Karn sounds great. Let's just curve right out here, shall we? So we'll have to take a couple hits here again, but we should get Trax into Josu set up. That's pretty aggressive. I might actually play Josu next turn now. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to play a 4/5 for 4. And if they don't have a removal spell here, this will like stop them in their tracks. The old hidden mode on Josu. Especially with the Karn in my hand, so like next turn I can go, I'd kind of like an untapped land, but like Karn into Karn is really good for the same reasons it was good last game. Just like once the Karn struct starts stacking up, it gets really good. I'm gonna hold this back just in case. 1 point of damage is pretty meaningless, and I might want to chump blocker. We've played other blue-black artifact decks before, but this is our first time playing this specific configuration. This is a viewer-submitted deck list, like a lot of things we play here on stream. What is considered a heroic spell? That's a good question. So heroic spells are artifacts, planeswalkers, and sagas. All right, fantastic. So I think this Artificer's Assistant is on chump block duty this turn. Because, like, this is going to attack as a 5/3, and this is going to attack as a 5/5. So, like, this can't eat either of those profitably in combat at the moment. This will keep the 4/4 back. Woof. Woof. Or not. This attack is good for me. If they attacked with all 3 of these, I was going to double block here and take 12, but I think I'm okay with this for now. Yeah, glad we kept the chump blocker back. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Untap Trax. If they have a Spell Piercer or Negate here, we're probably dead. Literally dead, right?
I battle for the forces of good. Awaken.
So if we, oh, that'd be a bad misclick. If we don't get killed this turn, next turn I get to go the old down tick Karn, play other Karn out again, which would be nice. My stop disappeared. Thank you, Magic Arena. Thank you, Rycat. Yeah, them just passing through here is probably a lights out moment. I think they should have attacked with this. Oh, I guess it just attacks into my 7/7. God, 7/7 is so big. He's such a huge boy. Larynx, thank you for the 35 months. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. You're one of the OGs. So this treasure map flips over next turn, which just like takes all my constructs and puts them into overdrive, which is great. I don't have good attacks, so I'm still just gonna go ahead and play this out. Make another 5/5 here. Alright, so they drew Spell Pierce for the turn. Fine, not a big deal. I just don't think that solves any problems that we have, Holy Flab. So like, one of the reasons why that deck is good is because it's not doing a bunch of cute things. It's just like playing a bunch of meaningful reasonable cards that like also happen to destroy people's lands.
I'll make use of that later.
I'll make use of that later. Alright, let's make these constructs huge, shall we? So, one of the things I always like to mention when people talk about, like, so, like, Zerg there just mentioned, like, Cleansing Nova. So, sure, Cleansing Nova for artifacts would be really bad for us, but at the same time, I also don't have a way to play around a card like that, so exerting any amount of mental energy, like, thinking about things that would be really bad for us, just, like, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's like, don't worry about things you're not beating anyways. At some point, I'll remember not to set this stop until after my turn passes. Thanks, Magic Arena. The overlay's working, by the way, right? Yeah, it looks like it. The Healer's Hawk in the air as a 3/3 is nothing to scoff at. I probably need to get aggressive here. Need to, like, actually close the game out. Oh, that's true. Tezz does start making blockers. The front page starts in an hour. One hour. Hour 15. 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. PST. I don't know if it's actually gonna do anything for chat. Like, I don't think the chats are exposed on the front page, and like we have 10-minute follower mode enabled here, so I'm not sure if that's really something we really need to worry about. Do I want to attack with these? Is it crazy to attack with these? It probably is. Like, I have the Tezz to hip check these things here. Maybe I should start drawing with Treasure Cove too. Old man jokes in comments going on. Goalie, good morning. Yeah, the land destruction deck Saturday was fun, and we had someone asked if they could bump it back in. I have cleverly scheduled the land destruction deck to coincide with the front page. Sweepers and land D. Erasure. Okay, so this means I have to... No, actually, I have a land, right? This is fine. Let's just take a peekaboo at what's going on up here, because I'd prefer this Tezzeret resolve. Not get negated or something like that. Straight bricks. Got it. Yeah, all subs get Discord access. You can find details on how to join the Discord here. The most important thing you're gonna need to note about the Discord access is that you can only join the server from the desktop client. You can't use the mobile version to join the Discord. But once you're in the Discord, you'll be able to chat on mobile as well, like any other server. Why am I not attacking with Traxos before casting my spells? That's a good question. So the reason why I haven't been attacking with Traxos before casting my spells is because if I do that, I'm basically saying, do I want to do I want to trade Traxos for this Venerated Loxodon? And I think the answer to that question is no, right? Well, it only draws 2, and I might want to draw 2, but I'm not sure. I think I'd rather make a chump blocker for this and keep my Karn alive at the moment. Morning, Toggle Bogle.
The choices we make reveal who we are.
The choices we make reveal who we are. Actually, let's not do that yet, because this is gonna attack as a... No, never mind, that's fine. This only attacks with 6 power. So the question is, do I want to make okay, so that's actually another chump blocker, so let's go ahead and draw 2 here. I basically just don't want this Healer Hawk to kill my Planeswalkers.
Let's see how you respond to genius.
So the converted mana cost on my Karnstructs is 0. So do I want to trade my Karnstructs for their Hawk and 2 Marshals? Probably okay with that. That worked out better than expected. Yeah, J-Boz, to answer your question, Mondays for the rest of the month are going to be all arena because I'm going to be featured on the front page for 2 hours every Monday morning for the rest of January. Map can stay right there. Tiny bird, mighty screech. All right, well that went better than expected. Morning, old man MTG. And if you missed it, J-Boz, we did 3 Magic Online leagues yesterday. I did all Moto yesterday for my extra stream to make up for some of the missed Modern Time today. What's going on, Kyle? Another white aggro deck, could be just Sky Control. Looks like white aggro. Whether or not something is worth something to you is different intrinsically for each individual. So you should look at the prizes that they're offering for being for being mythic, and then ask yourself, is that something that's worthwhile for you to do personally? For me personally, I don't think it's gonna end up being worthwhile. Like the amount of booster packs you get is pretty meaningless in my opinion. Brad Brown, thank you. Good morning. Really exciting. Gonna be a really exciting year. Hey, Stu, thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. All right, so do I treasure map and start scrying? I think I'm actually just gonna like erasure plus tap land here. I think the rewards are listed in client. Otherwise, I'm not sure offhand. Yeah, we're gonna be on the front page from 10 a.m. till noon. So starting an hour from now. Do I want a ramp spell here? I feel like I probably don't, right? I kind of want an answer to the Sedanto Vanguard, which probably involves blockers. Although I guess maybe I could take the Powerstone Shard and then like play a treasure map as well to like ramp up into Karn. I think I'm actually just gonna Karn and plus here, because if Karn just like soaks up some damage, I think that's a win for me.
Our actions determine a good choice.
I think Tecatli does mean... I think you're right that Tecatli does mean Traxos comes into play untapped.
This will not be good.
Or is Traxos a replacement effect as it enters the battlefield? It might be a replacement effect as it enters the battlefield. It'll still be tapped, yeah.
Time has come.
So far, what we've learned playing this deck is that 4 5s for 4, very reasonable against Sedanto Vanguard. So, a judge can confirm, but I'm pretty sure the technical rules verbology for what the enters tapped is, that's technically a replacement effect as it enters the battlefield, right? It's replacing the normal entering the battlefield with entering tapped. It's the same thing like how Meddling Mage and Phyrexian Invoker are replacement effects as they enter the battlefield. Wannabe Beetle, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it. Basically Siege Rido. Yeah, exactly. Looking for Traxos or another Karn here. Yeah, they're if-then statements. All right, we'll put the stop on my upkeep now, since we've passed the turn. What do we exile? We exiled another treasure map. It's not super useful. There's a deck list on your screen. You can also type !deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list.
Please do not do that.
Always do our best to make information accessible here for folks. Tezzeret's great. I'm actually going to go ahead and scry the Tezzeret to the top again here, just because I would like to get a counter on this. I'm a 4-drop now. What's going on, Boshik? Thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Let's push this up again. Draw an island. Play the island. Play the Tezz. Make a 1/1 that'll deal 4 damage to them. Goes the weasel. Do 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 do. We saw a couple of planeswalkers. Let's bring in the Vraska's Contempts here. What do I want to trim? I think it's just the Powerstone Shards. I think this is a card to like enable the Josu ramping up, and if I bring these in against aggro, this is a card that could just come out. We do have a lot of 4-drops. They did basically concede to their own Adanto. It was kind of roundabout what actually just happened there. Thief is a card that's good against mid-range and control decks. Decks that are going slow where you want additional threat density. Yeah, double fountain should be a good start. It's gonna stem a lot of bleeding for us. Third Traxos is the charm, chat. That's how the saying goes, right? Third Traxos is where it's at. Yikes. Yikes! Our poker hand is quite wonderful. Woof. My picture frame is Golgari because I had to pick one. Pick some color combination. So I'm taking 7 on this attack step down to 8. Fountains put me up to 10. And then the following turn I'll play Josu. So this pops off. This can eat here. This'll eat here. We're dead. Yeah, good strong start for the opponent here. Smush me, baby. Oh, couple too many Traxos. Never realized that you could cast Josu for 4. Yep. 4 mana, 4/5. Still has Menace too. Still has Menace 2, turns out. Thanks, Time Lord. 2018 was great for Hoaglandia, and 2019's looking to be pretty awesome too. To be fair, the opponent's deck had a Johnny in the main deck, so I think there's a good chance my opponent is playing a little bit more of a mid-range build of whatever it is they're doing, as opposed to a more dedicated aggro deck. I think I'm going to go ahead and hold off on playing the second Artificer's Assistant here, because there's a good chance I Ritual of Soot on or around 4. I would rather not lose both my birds to that. Sure. Card's actually really good against us. We can't take it off the table. Hope everyone enjoyed the write-up. Named Karn, Scion of Urza. Yep, seems like a solid name. Worth noting here that my opponent does know about Ritual of Soot now, which is a big deal. That's going to give them a lot of leverage to sequence around it. I don't know. We have 4 copies of Fountain, which, like, obviously wasn't fantastic that game, but I think there's going to be a lot of games where Fountain is fine. And Fountain plays into our artifact historic sub-theme. Alright, so the Planeswalkers are down. They're dead in 18 turns. So we're hoping to... We're on, like, the Traxos Josu plan. Yeah, they named Karn and Tezzeret here. Hopefully we can scry through those two. Their start's really slow here, so like, if they don't get too much going on, we could be okay. Look at these really awesome cast outs. Looking for another historic spell to untap this again next turn. Crunch. Alright, don't play a Lyra, please. Pretty dead to Lyra. The Shawnee, okay. Not great for us, but not the end of the world.
Our kinship ensures our victory.
What's going on, Togobogo? Thanks for the biddies. Good morning, Tannen. Thank you. Hope you're feeling better after the weekend. So I think I'm actually not going to scry on my upkeep. I'm just going to go ahead and draw. Yeah, and this is one of the problems with straight blue-black is, like, your answers are just, like, super awkward. There's things like this and this. We're pretty dead. They've got both our best Planewalkers locked out. Let's go ahead and try again. Good board cards. It is my birthday today. I have made it to a 28th rotation around the sun. Yeah, I think so, Tom. Their things are just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. Like, they commit any other creature to the battlefield, and, like, I'm just pretty locked out. These have, like, mono cards that don't do anything in my hand. Like, I have mono cards that don't do anything in my hand, and, like, all of my best possible draws were just, like, literally turned off. It's okay, Tannen. I'm older in spirit and hairline, so you could feel good about that. I've been an angry old man since I was 17. Put these towards a mono red token store. Will do, Dauber. Thanks for the biddies. I appreciate it. If I name Nexus of Fate for Sorcerer Spike, that's it. Correct. That does not do anything. Nexus of Fate is an instant. It's not a card with an activated ability. And will have kids soon. They don't. I got bad news for your hair, Tannen. If you're having kids soon, they don't help. Yes, today we're gonna be up. We're gonna be up on the front page later today. About an hour that'll start. We're gonna be up there from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. PST. Enjoy winning, GHU. Oop. That one. All right, Traxy, let's do it. Time to get frisky. How many packs am I gonna get of the new set? Probably somewhere in the range of probably somewhere in the range of 2 to 250. As many as it takes to have however many cards, all the cards of the set. Historic is a new thing. Treasure map was a fantastic draw there. If I didn't hit the treasure map to untap Traxos there, I think I was likely going to just play the second Josu. Yeah. This is my job. All of the money I spend on this stream gets written off of my taxes. One of the upsides to doing this, I have to have all the cards to play. Yeah, like a playset of all of it. I watched it add, this is what I got. Thanks for the biddies, Wolfang. Rough. All right, well, we were in an okay spot. Not so much anymore. Well, I guess they don't have a whole lot going on either. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play this out. I'm still a little bit far off from kicking it. I'd like to pressure this Vraska. Yeah, I'm a little over 40k on gold. I've run out of mythic wild cards a couple of times, unfortunately. So I've like had to go buy current set packs so I can get more mythic wild cards to build meme decks, but am I allowed to feed you money for modern again or nah? I want to see the blue red list. Yeah, modern deck lists are open. As a heads up though, it is a minimum of $25 to add modern decks now though. Can you put these bits towards 2019 trophy celebration? I hope so. I hope so. It's amazing how quickly the viewer count pops up when we're playing video games. Been up for 40 minutes and we're already over where we, like the peak for our last 3 or 4 modern streams. When you get a mostly full collection, the lands stop being the brutal part for wild cards and mythics start being your bottleneck. So like my life, for instance, I have 40 rare wild cards and only 1 mythic wild card at the moment. Hey John, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Will do, Weeb Army. We're actually gonna do that second again today. We had someone else re-edit. Seems really sweet. Thanks, Eldorte. Well, poop. I went to a paper modern tournament this weekend and it made me realize how great both Arena and Current Standard are. Could completely agree, Laradex. They are both really wonderful, especially in relation to the other two things. They missed their 5th land drop last turn. So like, are they going to keep this, hoping to hit the 5th land eventually? I think we're pretty dead here, right? Like, this deck just doesn't have any catch-up mechanics in it. It's not going to be able to keep up with these 2 planeswalkers. And then I feel like that kind of highlighted. So this is someone asking earlier where Thief of Sanity comes in. This is a Thief of Sanity matchup. I feel like that game there kind of highlighted one of the issues with what we have going on here, which is that while these cards have like okay stats, like this card actually just dies to a removal spell while being clunky to enable, which makes it kind of awkward in matches like this. We'll be on the front page starting in about an hour, new lexicon. So from what's it called? From 10 a.m. till noon CST. So this deck does have sources of card advantage in it. So like, we have card advantage in our deck. There's Karn, there's Tezzeret, and there's Eldest Reborns. Like, one of the important things to remember when you're building, especially control and mid-range decks in Magic, is that card advantage comes in a lot more forms than just cards that say draw a card. So I think the people that are saying there's not card draw in this deck, you're like fundamentally missing one of the most important things that contributes to card advantage. Thanks, Televangelist. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a good Monday wherever you're at. I also think that sounds like some nonsense. Karn is fragile. If a planeswalker that goes up to 6 loyalty immediately is considered fragile, a planeswalker that can create a blocker to defend itself is considered fragile, then every planeswalker in the history of Magic is fragile. I'd argue 4-mana Karn's one of the beefier, more resilient planeswalkers that exists in the format. How we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning. My name is Jeff Hoagland. As you may or may not know, I'm a full-time streamer on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play a ton of standard best of 3 here on Arena. Hey, Snap Bolt Snap. Did you consider removing the follower only mode while you're on the front page? Why would I remove the single best way to prevent people from spamming in my chat when we're going to have an increased number of people that could be spamming in my chat? That seems like a huge punt. Thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. If you enjoy my content, please consider doing like Snap Snap just did there and subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Waliga, thank you very much for the brand new Prime. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Past subscribing to my channel, you can also support myself by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Harry's Razors would love to help you get that close, clean shave using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/Shuggle You can save $5 on your brand new starter kit with them. Remember, just because you like playing the degenerate decks doesn't mean you need to look like a chat. Be clean shaven if you play KCI. Do the community a favor. Neo provides wonderful candy flavored protein bars using code Hoagland at bit.ly/Hooglebar. You can save 10% on your orders with them. Hurley Burley Studios does professional quality Magic the Gathering altars. They do border extensions and full art alterations. Lots of really great quality stuff. And using code Jeff10, you can save 10% on your purchases there with them. And of course, my altars are protected by none other than my BCW Elite Guard sleeves. They do sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic stuff. And you can save 10% on all of your orders at bcwsupplies.com using code Jeff10. Let's head on into our next match here with this blue-black artifacts deck. I'm gonna play 1 or 2 more with this before we move on to some more red-white land destruction. This hand just really doesn't do anything. It's just like 6 mana sources and a Traxos that doesn't have anything to untap it. Have you heard about my bird, chat? I am told that bird is the word. We will find out. This 6 is like pretty reasonable. Land War Elves. Eldest Reborn's greatest enemy. Eldest Reborn. I don't think I want another one of those. It's kind of, maybe I do want to actually. Like empty their hand out. I guess there's no guarantee I hit 5 lands in 5 turns though. Hey, Sunko, thanks for the $25 tip. For the Blue-Red Tempo list, I sent you on Twitter. Maybe you'll figure out what the Ancestral Visions are supposed to do. Will do. Thanks for the support. I cannot predict the future, which answers both don't touch this and purple alt questions, who are asking me to predict the future. So their questions were, will blue-red drakes still be good when the new set drops? I have no idea. We don't know the full contents of the new set, so I can't even really begin to speculate. And someone asked, will I play in more Magic Arena tournaments when they exist? I don't know what more Magic Arena tournaments are going to look like. If I could fit Magic Arena tournaments conveniently into my schedule so it won't disrupt my normal streaming work, yeah, definitely. If it's going to require me to take large amounts of time off of streaming, probably not. Eldest Reborn looking like a total pile of poop here in the face of this Midnight Reaper. I have to get rid of this, right? Yeah, it's really slick goalie. Just like, it's easily just one of the best things about Arena. Not close. I really wish we could have that for Magic Online too. I just got a boot to kick Justice right out of the stream. What's going on, Warder? Thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. I mean, honestly, all of the KCI players in the world should be super glad that that person conceded the finals, because everybody knows they only banned Splinter Twin because it won 2 tournaments. So, because KCI didn't win the Grand Prix, it should be okay to not get banned. That person saved KCI. Red Dolph, I came for the content and stayed for the chat. Thanks for some of the best content out there. What's going on, Red Dolph? I appreciate the 5 months. Hope you're having a good start to your new year. Dual Josh, thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back, and I appreciate the quarter-year support. I think it's worth burning a treasure here to get the Eldest Reborn into play, mostly because it's a historic spell to untap Matraxos. It is, however, going to trigger their Midnight Reaper when they sacrifice something here, though. Yeah. Yeah, between this game and the last one we just played against Green Black, I'm really kind of feeling like what we're doing is just kind of getting outclassed by what Green Black's trying to accomplish. Their creatures are just so beefy. Well, I am super happy to block here, I think. I guess I'm kind of dead here, huh? Because this Doom Whisperer just kills me in the air. I get a couple of draws. I could draw Cast Down and a Sweeper. Just Cast Down is good enough, right? Take the Doom Whisperer off the table. Eli Cassis won the tournament. Never apologize for winning a game of Magic. We all showed up here to win. Whenever your opponent ends up getting mana screwed, remember that you've had plenty of games of the same happening. We're just dead, right? Have you changed your opinion on the Phoenix deck, or are you still unsure of your power level? It has staying power. Like, people are playing it, it's doing well in tournaments. I personally have not been impressed by the Phoenix deck when we've played it on stream. It feels like it's just another modern deck. It's another deck doing kind of linear things that's like pseudo interactive, I guess. I don't know. I've not been impressed by the Blue Red Phoenix that we played it on stream. I do not have any information that you don't have about tournaments that exist for Magic and Magic Arena. Wizards of the Coast has not, hopefully they're gonna announce something today, right? Like a month ago, they like dropped that they're gonna have all these arena tournaments, and there's just been mono radio silence since then. Don't encourage people to be turds in my chat. You're gonna get a timeout. I think I want to just kill the elf here. Slow them down. My hand's kind of slow. Perfect. And then Karn's +1 basically reads draw land, so he should hopefully help us curve into Eldest Reborn here, which would be nice. What's my favorite deck in Standard? Probably Pirates or Mono Black Banefire. But I don't know, we played this red-white land destruction deck on Saturday night, and it was really sweet, so we're playing that again here up next. Look at that! Karn drew a land, just like we wanted. Thanks, New Bark. It's gonna be a sweet 2019 for sure. I feel like calling the red-white deck a prison deck is like misleading. It's definitely a land destruction deck. It doesn't have prison elements. Like, it's not a prison deck in the way we traditionally define prison decks in Magic the Gathering, in my opinion. Like, prison decks in Magic tend to like make people not play, not attack or not play spells through like locking out their lands, not by destroying their lands. Like, if you compare it to any deck that we classify as a prison deck in like Modern or Legacy, it's doing very different things. RNA actually drops 1 week-ish from today. It's like a week and 2 days. So January 16th is going to be the pre-release for streamers to play with it, and then January 17th it's going to be available for everybody. So 10 days for everybody, 9 days for on stream here. Rough. Yeah, they did just not surveil, which seems strange. So Karn's gonna die to this Carnage Tyrant. I think I just play the Eldest Reborn here. I just want to get these going. Just like play this and play the next one. No, it'll be streamers playing against other streamers, Rolf. On the 16th. They put everybody on a special separate server. So all the streamers will get fully loaded accounts on a separate server. Things are not looking good for our hero. So I get to Powerstone Shard. I get to Ritual of Soot, clear these, but they draw 2 cards, which feels bad. I guess I get to get Karn back next turn with my Eldest Reborn, and we are at 22, so like... And I guess this isn't too terrible, because like I have 7-8, so we're like only 2 mana off of kicking Josu here, and kicking Josu is very good against green-black. Yeah, this card's super mediocre in this matchup for a variety of reasons, but I don't think I have better cards to bring it out of my sideboard. That's kind of just like a it is what it is type situation. Don't I want their Doom Whisperer instead of card? Do I? Why?
Are you certain of your decision?
No, I don't really care to speculate on why the set's designed how it's designed. Oh yeah, and Doom Whisperer's in exile, right? That's another good reason not to. So I assume their hand's real bad here if they gave me this. It's actually not that bad. This is 7, 8, 9. That's my 10th land, so we're gonna leave that right there so we can kick Josu next turn. Oh, you know what? I should have done this first, right? Because they're gonna draw a card. Yeah, small missequencing on my part. I mean, gaining 7 life here by making them attack Karn after I draw a card isn't irrelevant. Like, our health total is a resource. Deal. Now I get my 10th land and I don't have to draw a land next turn. Seems like a win-win. What about them drawing Finality? Why is that worth mentioning? How is it constructive? How does it change the line of play that we're going to take? SCTR with the very generous sub gifties. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good Monday and had a good weekend. Good morning. Thanks, Braca. All right. Kicked Josu. Confirmed good against black-green. This is the reason why there's a second one of these, the mono black bane for sideboard. This card's very good in this matchup if you can get to it. 2/3 of the way to a sword. Congrats on the new sponsors, and thanks for giving enough content to stay entertained over the holidays. Thank you for the 8 months, Savage Rocker, and I really appreciate that generous tier 3 sub. Remember to drop me a message in private if there's a deck already in the queue you'd like to bump up, or if you'd like to submit something new, be sure to do that through the forum on my website. So Traxos is actually in our main deck. You can see the deck list on your screen via the Stream Decker widget. Alternatively, you could type ! Deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list. Drillin' Her, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Twitch usernames, welcome. You're shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Josu gums the board up and then cuts through it like a knife thanks to Menace. How long have I been with Tempo Storm? 3 days. So Saturday they posted the announcement. Turkey Sloth. They have just started breaking into Magic the Gathering. Can Ad Nauseam beat Surgical? It depends on their list. A lot of them play Spoils of the Vault, so they can Spoils and beat it. Look at that. Perfect. What was my reaction to 4 copies of KCI making the top 8 of the Grand Prix yesterday? Sad, but not surprised. That's the best answer. Making the top 8 of the Grand Prix. Made the top 8 of the Grand Prix. I was sad, but I was not surprised. Does that mean we'll have a Red Bull fridge background? I don't think it comes with a fridge, but I will be getting some product. Yeah, but Surgical's like a little bit better against, Surgical's like a little bit better against Ad Nauseam than it is against like the average degenerate combo deck, I think. Red Bull is one of the many sponsors that comes with the Tempo Storm partnerships. You see that scrolling right there down below. We've got Red Bull, we've got Nvidia, we've got DX Racer. Tempo Storm reached out to me. They reached out to me, Caleb Durward, and MTG Nerd Girl are their initial set of people. God, the stupid stop. You can't enable full control mode. So if you scry at the end of their turn and haven't yet set your stop for your next upkeep, you just miss it. Just really frustrating. Good news is if I hit Josu next turn, I can kick it. Do you think KCI deserves a ban? I don't know. It depends on what you think deserves means. SCTR, congrats on the Tempo Storm partnership. Put this towards Legacy Eldrazi. Thank you really very much for the support. I appreciate it. I think I'm taking this Tezz as a... Oh, that was my turn. How does my Tempo Storm partnership work with my personal sponsors? So obviously they had to be okay with my existing sponsors. So I'm maintaining all of my existing sponsors that I had previously to Tempo Storm. And then any potential future sponsors, I have to run past them, which is more than reasonable. Modern's a super degenerate format, and it's just gonna get more and more degenerate as more cards get printed into it. And instead of trying to ban their way out of the format being degenerate, I kind of hope Wizards of the Coast just embraces it and unbans things instead. Instead of banning KCI, unban Splinter Twin, unban Stoneforge, unban Pod, unban Green Sun Zenith, just give us more toys. We're probably dead here, right? We're just like dead to any removal spell. Maybe I'm supposed to draw 2 cards and like try and hit a removal for this. The actual answer is that I really don't expect them to do anything. And I assume it's just going to be more of the same. Like, if you don't like Modern for what it is right now, you just shouldn't play it. Standard's great, Arena's great, play Standard instead. Mr. Maple Syrup, thanks for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Here's the thing, though. Most of the arguments that you can apply to why KCI shouldn't be legal in Modern also could be applied to half the decks that are legal in Modern. So like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna completely gut the format and fundamentally change what Modern is? Or are you just gonna, like, I don't know, play something else if you don't want to play degenerate decks? This deck, it felt a little bit clunky and awkward. We have a couple of really low quality cards such as Artificer's Assistant, And against decks with spot removal, Traxos just leaves a lot to be desired. It's just super clunky to get set up. Eldest Reborn is really mediocre against black-green, as we saw in those games, and the sideboard just didn't have good cards to bring in there. And honestly, I'm not even sure we could really load up enough good cards in the sideboard to play through it. I think if you want to play a blue-black base decks with Artifact, going this route by trying to enable all these historic cards that are kind of medium is probably not the route to go, and you'd probably rather focus on playing something like the Sultai deck that we played, where you gain access to flexible answers like Assassin's Trophy and Vraska and stuff like that. Someone asked about the Lisa sponsorship. My codes are still good for them, but I just take them out of the rotation after a little while because there's a little bit of audience fatigue on certain long-term sponsors if they don't pay me to re-up every month. So if you're looking to get I still love my Lisa mattress, but they're just not in my current banner rotation. So bit.ly/HugelBedUS. Magus Edge with the $50 tip. Thank you very much. The wife and I believe in buying experiences instead of gifts. Please use this for a birthday dinner with the fam. Feel free to add a dealer's choice of mid-range deck to the standard queue. Many thanks. Thank you very much for the birthday donation, Magus. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. Thanks for the support. Someone asked, so is it salvageable or just a hopeless archetype? Honestly, I just don't expect this deck to get any future support to really make it much better. I think you would really need other key good historic cards to be printed. I'm not sure that we're really going to gain them in a meaningful way. It's possible. I think if you wanted to try and enable Traxos, I would probably start looking at History of Benalia shells. The key to making this card work is you want to put it into a shell with a bunch of other already constructed playable cards. So like Lyra, History of Benalia, Shalai, those are the cards would be the ones I would focus on putting this around. What's going on, Nivik? I'm gonna be here until your flight boards, so I'll be here all day for you. Yeah, Dovin Bond sounds sweet. Yeah, in blue-white tempo next set seems very reasonable. That seems like a worthwhile direction to take it in.